English learners. Welcome back to Learning, your cozy little corner of the internet, where we learn real English together, one easy conversation at a time. I'm Maya, and I have David here with me today. Welcome back, David.
Always good to be here, Maya. And I think today's topic might be my favorite one we've done so far.
Really? Why's that?
Because it's the most human one. Everything we talk about, work, travel, food, money, stress, all of it is easier and better when you have the right people around you. Today we're talking about relationships and friendship, and the English that lives inside those conversations.
I completely agree. Relationships are at the center of everything, and yet the vocabulary for talking about them deeply and naturally in English, most learners don't have it. They can say, "She is my friend," "He is my boyfriend," "They are my family," and that's where it stops.
But real conversations about relationships go so much further than that. How did you meet? What makes a good friendship? Have you ever had a falling out with someone close to you? How do you maintain relationships when life gets busy? What does loyalty mean to you?
These are the conversations that actually connect people. And today, we're going to give you all the vocabulary and phrases to have them naturally, honestly, and fully in English.
Maya and I are going to have real, natural conversations about relationships and friendship throughout this episode. And we'll stop and explain the most useful language as we go.
And at the end, our word tour, our slow walk through today's most useful relationship words and phrases.
This is a B1 level episode, perfect for intermediate learners. If you're A2, stay with us. You'll catch more than you think, and the second listen always feels clearer.
Before we dive in, if learning is helping your English, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. Every like, every subscribe, every share brings more learners into our LearnEng family, and we both love reading your comments. Come say hello after you listen. David, let me start with something personal. Who is the most important friendship in your life? And how did it start?
Oh, you really do start with the hard ones, don't you?
Always. It's more interesting.
Okay. My closest friend, his name is Mark. We've known each other for over 20 years now. We met at university. First week, we ended up in the same kitchen in the student accommodation, and we just clicked immediately.
Clicked. I love that word. Tell our listeners what that means.
When two people click, it means they connected instantly and naturally. There was an immediate ease between them. No awkwardness, no effort. It just worked from the first conversation. We clicked straight away, same sense of humor, similar way of seeing the world. Some friendships take years to build. With Mark, it was instant.
That's beautiful. And 20 years, that's a long time. What do you think has kept it going?
Honestly, I think it's because we've never tried to be something we're not around each other. There's no performance, no pretending. We can go months without speaking and pick up exactly where we left off. That's the sign of a really solid friendship, in my opinion. You don't need constant contact to maintain it.
Pick up where we left off. This is such a natural and common phrase. It means to continue a relationship or conversation from exactly the point you stopped, as if no time had passed in between. We hadn't seen each other in a year, but we just picked up where we left off. That's the beauty of an old friendship. You always pick up where you left off.
And low maintenance. This is another really useful phrase for friendships. A low-maintenance friendship is one that doesn't require constant contact or effort to stay strong. It can handle distance and gaps and still feel close. My best friendships are low-maintenance. We don't need to talk every day to feel connected. She's a low-maintenance friend, easy, no drama, always there when it matters. What about you, Maya? How did your closest friendship start?
Mine is a little different, actually. My closest friend, Sophia, we didn't like each other at first.
Really?
Really? We worked together at my first job. She was very confident, very direct, quite intimidating, honestly. I thought she was a bit cold, and I think she thought I was a bit quiet and hard to read.
So what changed?
We got stuck together on a project that neither of us wanted to do. 6 weeks of working closely together. And somewhere in week 2, I realized she wasn't cold at all. She was just honest. She said exactly what she thought without dressing it up. And once I understood that, I found it incredibly refreshing. I knew exactly where I stood with her at all times.
There's something really valuable about that kind of person.
There really is. Now she's the person I call when something is wrong. Not because she'll tell me what I want to hear, but because she'll tell me what I need to hear. And that's rare.
That distinction, telling someone what they want to hear versus what they need to hear, let's talk about that. Because it's such a natural and important idea in English conversations about relationships.
Yes. A good friend tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is the comfortable version, the reassurance that everything is fine, that you're right, that the other person is wrong. What you need to hear is the honest version, even if it's harder to receive.
Here are some natural English phrases around honesty in friendship. She's the kind of friend who tells it like it is. He never sugarcoats anything. You always know where you stand. She gives you the honest truth, even when it's uncomfortable. He's diplomatically honest rather than dishonestly diplomatic. I'd rather have a friend who challenges me than one who just agrees with everything I say.
Tells it like it is. This is a wonderful natural expression. It means someone is very honest and direct. They describe things exactly as they are, without softening or exaggerating. She tells it like it is, which I respect, even when it stings. He's someone who tells it like it is, no sugarcoating, no pretending.
And sugarcoat, to sugarcoat something, means to make something unpleasant sound nicer or easier than it really is. To soften a difficult truth. He doesn't sugarcoat things, he'll tell you straight. I don't want you to sugarcoat it. Just tell me honestly what you think.
Now let's talk about the different kinds of friendships. Because in English, there are many different words and phrases for different levels of closeness in a relationship.
An acquaintance, someone you know but not closely. You recognize them. You might exchange a few words, but there is no real depth to the relationship. She's more of an acquaintance than a friend. We've met a few times, but don't really know each other. I have hundreds of acquaintances and maybe 5 real friends.
A casual friend, someone you enjoy spending time with but don't have a deep connection with. You might meet for coffee occasionally, chat when you see each other, but you wouldn't call them in a crisis. He's a casual friend. We grab lunch sometimes, but nothing deeper than that.
A close friend, someone you trust, confide in, call when things are hard. The level of connection goes much deeper. I have a small circle of close friends, and I value each of them enormously. She's one of my closest friends. We've been through a lot together.
A best friend, the closest of all. The person you trust most, share most with, feel most yourself around. He's my best friend 20 years and counting. She knows me better than I know myself sometimes. That's what a best friend does.
And then there's a phrase I really love, a kindred spirit. A kindred spirit is someone who shares your values, your way of seeing the world, your sensibilities. Not necessarily someone you've known for years. Sometimes you meet someone and immediately feel this person understands. She was a kindred spirit from the very first conversation. Finding a kindred spirit is rare and precious.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about the challenges in friendships. Because relationships, even the best ones, go through difficult periods. And knowing the English for those moments is just as important as knowing the vocabulary for the wonderful ones.
A falling out when 2 people have a serious argument or disagreement that damages the friendship. Not just a small disagreement, but something significant enough to create distance. We had a falling out a few years ago over something that seems small now. Have you ever had a falling out with someone close to you?
Drifting apart when 2 people gradually become less close over time, not because of an argument, but because life takes them in different directions. Very natural. Often sad. We slowly drifted apart after university, different cities, different lives. It's painful when you drift apart from someone you were once very close to.
Growing apart similar to drifting apart, but with the additional sense that you've both changed, become different people, and the friendship no longer fits who you are now. We grew apart. The people we became weren't quite as compatible as the people we used to be. Sometimes growing apart is nobody's fault. It's just the natural evolution of two people.
One-sided friendship when one person puts in significantly more effort than the other. When the giving and receiving is unbalanced. I realized it was a one-sided friendship. I was always the one reaching out. A one-sided friendship is exhausting and worth addressing.
Fair weather friend. Someone who is only around when things are going well. Who disappears when you need them most. Only there for the good times, absent during the hard ones. She turned out to be a fair weather friend. The moment things got difficult, she wasn't there. I don't have time for fair weather friends. I need people who show up when it matters.
Now let's talk about romantic relationships, because this is another huge area of everyday English conversation.
How did you two meet? We met through mutual friends. We met at work, a bit of a cliche, but it worked for us. We matched on a dating app, very modern. We'd known each other for years as friends, and then something shifted.
Something shifted. This is a beautiful natural phrase for when the nature of a relationship changes, often when a friendship becomes something romantic. Something shifted between us, and we both felt it. It was gradual, something slowly shifted, and one day we both acknowledged it.
Here are some natural phrases for talking about romantic relationships at different stages.
Early stages we're seeing each other. We've been on a few dates. I think it's becoming something, but it's still early days. We're taking it slowly. I really like them. It's exciting, but also a little nerve-wracking.
Established relationship. We've been together for a few years now. We're in a really good place. We've been through some challenges, but we came out stronger. We complement each other well. What I lack, she has, and vice versa.
Complement each other. This means two people's qualities and strengths work well together. Where one is weak, the other is strong. They complement each other beautifully. Very different personalities, but it works. A good partnership is about people who complement each other, not mirror each other.
And nerve-wracking this means causing anxiety or nervousness, making your nerves feel shaky. The early stages of dating are always a little nerve-wracking. Job interviews, first dates, presentations, all nerve-wracking experiences.
Let's talk about maintaining relationships, because keeping friendships and relationships healthy takes real conscious effort, especially as life gets busier.
Making time for people in a busy world, this is a genuine act of care. I make a point of seeing my close friends at least once a month. You have to be intentional about it. Relationships don't maintain themselves.
Checking in, sending a message, making a call, just letting someone know you're thinking of them. Even a small check-in makes a big difference. I try to check in with my closest friends regularly, just a quick message to say I'm thinking of them. A 2-line message can maintain a friendship through months of distance.
Being present when you are with someone. Actually being there. Not on your phone. Not distracted. Giving them your full attention. The best thing you can do for someone is be fully present with them. She makes you feel like the only person in the room. She's completely present.
Showing up, being there in the difficult moments, not just for the celebrations, but for the hard times too. He always shows up. That's what I love most about him. A real friend shows up when things are hard, not just when things are easy.
Before word tour, your mission for today. Think about one person in your life who matters to you. A friend, a family member, a partner. Write 4 sentences about them in English. How you met, what you value most about them, how you maintain the relationship, and one thing they've taught you. Post them in the comments. We would both genuinely love to read them.
All right. Time for Word Tour, our slow vocabulary walk through today's most useful relationship words and phrases, here on Learn Eng.
Take your time. Repeat after me if you can.
First phrase, clicked immediately. When two people connect instantly and naturally with no effort or awkwardness, we clicked immediately. Same humor, same energy. They clicked straight away and have been close friends ever since. Clicked immediately. Clicked immediately.
Next phrase, pick up where we left off. to continue a relationship or conversation from exactly the point you stopped as if no time passed. We hadn't spoken in months, but we just picked up where we left off. Pick up where we left off. Pick up where we left off.
Next phrase, low maintenance. A relationship that doesn't need constant contact or effort to stay strong. It can handle distance and gaps and still feel close. My best friendships are low maintenance, no pressure, just genuine connection. Low maintenance. Low maintenance.
Next phrase tells it like it is. Describes someone who is very honest and direct, who says things exactly as they are, without softening. She tells it like it is. I always know where I stand. Tells it like it is. Tells it like it is.
Next word, sugarcoat. To make something unpleasant sound nicer or easier than it really is. To soften a difficult truth. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, he'll tell you straight. Sugarcoat. Sugarcoat.
Next phrase, kindred spirit. Someone who shares your values, sensibilities, and way of seeing the world. Someone who just understands. Finding a kindred spirit is one of life's great gifts. Kindred spirit. Kindred spirit.
Next phrase, falling out. A serious argument or disagreement that damages a relationship. We had a falling out, but eventually worked through it. Falling out. Falling out.
Next phrase, drifting apart. When two people gradually become less close over time, not through conflict, but through distance and different lives, we slowly drifted apart after we moved to different cities. Drifting apart. Drifting apart.
Next phrase, fair weather friend. Someone who is only around when things are good and disappears when things get hard. I don't have time for fair weather friends. I need people who show up. Fair weather friend. Fair weather friend.
Last phrase, something shifted. When the nature of a relationship changes, often gradually, often felt before it's spoken, something shifted between us, and nothing was quite the same after. Something shifted. Something shifted.
Those are your 10 relationship phrases for today here on Learning. Clicked immediately. Pick up where we left off. Low maintenance. Tells it like it is. Sugarcoat. Kindred spirit. Falling out. Drifting apart. Fair weather friend. Something shifted.
Pick 2. Write your own examples. Say them out loud. That is how they become yours.
And here we are at the end of another Learning episode together. David, final thoughts?
Just this. The relationships in your life are everything. And being able to talk about them in English, with depth and honesty and real vocabulary, means you can share that part of yourself with a much wider world. The people who know us best are our greatest gift, and finding the words for that, in any language, is worth every effort.
Beautifully said. Your mission 4 sentences about someone who matters to you. Post them in the comments. We are both reading every single one. And tell us, where in the world are you listening from right now?
We love knowing where our Learn community is at this very moment.
If today's episode helped your English, please like this video, subscribe to Learn, and share it with one friend who is learning English. Because sharing this with a friend is actually a perfect example of showing up for someone.
I'm David.
And I'm Maya. This has been Learn, your cozy place to learn real English, one conversation at a time. We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care of your people.
Bye for now.